Hitting 50 isn't just another birthday, it's a financial checkpoint. Retirement isn't some far-off idea anymore. The decisions made now will either set up a comfortable future or create money problems that won't go away. An AARP survey found that over 60% of people in this age group worry they won't have enough savings to last through retirement. That fear isn't random. As income slows down and expenses pile up, financial missteps become harder to fix. That's why we're talking about 17 financial traps that can wreck your retirement if you're not careful. These mistakes drain savings, shrink nest eggs, and leave people scrambling when they should be relaxing. Get this right, and retirement won't be a struggle. It'll be on your terms. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. Number 1. Not having a solid retirement plan. A shocking number of people reach their 50s with no clear retirement strategy. Some think they'll figure it out later. Others assume Social Security will cover everything. It won't. The Federal Reserve claims that 25% of non-retirees have zero retirement savings, and only 34% feel confident they're on track. That's not a game plan. That's a gamble. A good retirement plan isn't just about picking a retirement age. It's about knowing how much money you'll need, where it's coming from, and how to make it last. If you haven't sat down and done the math yet, now is the time. Number 2. Skipping the budget. Budgeting might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but skipping it is a fast track to financial regret. Without one, it's easy to overspend and underestimate just how much you'll need in retirement. According to a study, only 42% of Americans actually keep a budget. The rest? They're winging it. The problem with that approach is that life gets expensive fast, especially when you stop bringing in a paycheck. Start tracking where your money goes. Look at what you can cut, what you need, and what's realistic. A budget isn't a punishment, it's a roadmap to financial freedom. Number 3. Underestimating healthcare costs. Nobody wants to think about it, but healthcare costs in retirement are no joke. Fidelity estimates that a 65-year-old couple retiring today will spend about $315,000 on medical expenses. That's not counting long-term care, which can drain savings even faster. Medicare helps, but it doesn't cover everything, and out-of-pocket expenses can add up. If you're not planning for healthcare costs now, you could be in for a nasty surprise later. The best move? Start setting aside money specifically for medical expenses and look into supplemental insurance options. Future medical bills aren't a possibility, they're a guarantee. Number 4. Putting off saving for retirement. Time is either your best friend or your worst enemy when it comes to saving. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to build a solid nest egg. A 2023 study from the Center for Retirement Research found that the average working-age household has just $204,000 saved for retirement. That might sound decent, but stretch it over 20 to 30 years, and suddenly it's not much at all. If you've been procrastinating, now's the time to get serious. Max out those 401k and IRA contributions. Take advantage of catch-up contributions if you're 50 or older. Every extra dollar you put away now will make a big difference later. Number 5. Taking on too much debt. Debt is a financial anchor, and if you're heading into retirement with a lot of it, you're making things a lot harder on yourself. Nearly half of Americans, 46%, expect to retire in debt. That means a big chunk of their retirement income will go toward paying off past spending instead of funding their future. Credit card balances, high-interest loans, and even mortgages can drain your cash flow fast. The solution? Get aggressive about paying off debt before retirement. The less you owe, the more freedom you'll have to actually enjoy the years you worked so hard for. Number 6. Claiming Social Security too early. Social Security is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in retirement, and a lot of people get it wrong. The Social Security Administration says that taking benefits at 62 means a permanent 30% reduction in your monthly check. On the flip side, waiting until 70 means bigger checks for life. Yet, many people start collecting as soon as they can, leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Before making the call, run the numbers. Look at your savings, your health, and how long you plan to work. The longer you wait, the more you'll get. It's that simple. Number 7. Forgetting about inflation. Inflation is sneaky. You might think you have enough saved, but if you're not factoring in rising costs, your money won't go as far as you think. A recent survey found that a quarter of Americans are delaying retirement because of inflation. That's the reality of a world where everything from groceries to healthcare keeps getting more expensive. If your retirement plan assumes today's prices will stay the same, you're in for a rude awakening. The fix? Plan for inflation by investing wisely and making sure your income sources can keep up with the rising cost of living. Number 8. Putting all your eggs in one basket. Investing in only one thing is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Some people go all in on stocks while others park everything in bonds or real estate. That's a risky game. Markets shift, economies slow down, and industries collapse. A balanced portfolio spreads the risk and keeps your money growing, even when one sector takes a hit. The goal isn't to chase every trend, but to create a mix that works long-term. If you're unsure how to do that, look into diversified funds, ETFs, and other options that lower risk while still bringing solid returns. Before we continue with the video, take a quick moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Plus, we've got some helpful resources in the description. Check them out and share your comments after you're done watching. Number 9. Neglecting estate planning. Nobody likes thinking about it, but skipping estate planning is a mistake that leaves families stuck in legal chaos. A Gallup poll showed that only 46% of Americans have a will. That means more than half of adults are risking their assets ending up in the wrong hands or tied up in court. A proper estate plan ensures your money and property go exactly where you want. A will is the first step, but setting up a trust and power of attorney adds another layer of protection. If this isn't in place yet, now's the time to handle it. Number 10. Falling for financial scams. Scammers love targeting people over 50 because they assume experience comes with a bigger bank account. The Federal Trade Commission reported that older adults lost over $1.6 billion to fraud in 2022. That number is likely much higher since not everyone reports being scammed. The best way to avoid it? Be skeptical of anything that sounds too good to be true. No one is randomly giving away money, and no investment opportunity is guaranteed. Slow down, ask questions, and never send money or personal info to someone who contacts you out of nowhere. Number 11. Not seeking professional financial advice. Financial planning isn't as simple as setting up a retirement account and calling it a day. Taxes, investments, withdrawals, and estate plans all play a role, and getting them right makes a massive difference. Despite this, 54% of Americans don't work with a financial planner. The right expert can help stretch savings, reduce taxes, and avoid costly mistakes. Yes, hiring one costs money, but the amount saved in better decisions more than makes up for it. The goal isn't just to retire, it's to retire smart. Number 12. Skipping the emergency fund. Retirement should be stress-free, but life always throws surprises. A health issue, home repair, or family emergency can drain savings fast if there's no cushion in place. Bankrate reports that nearly 60% of U.S. adults feel uneasy about their emergency savings, and only 44% could handle a $1,000 surprise expense without debt. A strong emergency fund should cover at least 3 to 6 months of living costs. Keeping this money separate from investments ensures it's there when needed, not tied up in the stock market when things go south. Number 13. Underestimating longevity. People are living longer than ever, which is great, unless retirement savings run out too soon. Planning to live until 75 sounds reasonable, but plenty of retirees hit their 90s. Running out of money in old age isn't an option, so it's better to over-prepare. A smart approach includes making withdrawals at a sustainable rate, keeping investments growing, and having a backup plan in case extra years mean extra expenses. Think long-term because retirement isn't just a decade, it could be 3. Number 14. Relying only on a pension. Pensions feel secure, but they don't always keep up with rising costs. Many don't adjust for inflation, which means money loses value over time. Some companies even cut benefits, leaving retirees scrambling for extra income. The best way to avoid this trap is to have multiple income sources. That could mean Social Security, investment returns, or even part-time work. Depending on a single check every month isn't enough. Retirement is easier when there are backup streams keeping the money flowing. Number 15. Not updating insurance coverage. Insurance needs shift over time, but many people stick with the same policies for decades. This can lead to paying for things no longer needed, or worse, being underinsured when it matters most. Health insurance, life coverage, and long-term care policies all require a regular check-in. A policy that made sense at 40 might be overkill at 65, while another coverage might be missing entirely. Reviewing policies every few years ensures they match current needs, not past ones. Number 16. Mismanaging retirement account withdrawals. Taking too much too soon from retirement accounts drains savings fast, but taking too little isn't great either. There's a balance. The IRS requires minimum withdrawals starting at a certain age, and miscalculating those can lead to hefty penalties. The goal is to make money last while avoiding unnecessary taxes. A structured withdrawal plan, often set at 3 to 4% annually, helps keep things steady. Working with a financial expert can make sure withdrawals are smart, tax-efficient, and built to last. Number 17. Not adjusting lifestyle expectations. Retirement isn't about spending like there's no tomorrow. Many people enter this phase expecting to maintain their old lifestyle without realizing income is no longer the same. Overspending in the early years leads to regrets later. The key is knowing what truly matters and spending on those things while cutting excess. Retirement happiness isn't about having the biggest house or the fanciest car. It's about making money last while enjoying life on your own terms. Locking in your financial future. Retirement isn't just about reaching a certain age. It's about having the freedom to live on your own terms. Avoiding these financial traps can mean the difference between a stress-free retirement and years of playing catch-up. The choices made now will shape the years ahead, so make them count. Stay ahead of inflation, keep investments diversified, and don't underestimate how long retirement will last. The goal isn't just to retire, it's to retire with confidence. Take control, make the right moves, and set yourself up for the retirement you actually want. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.